What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Call to Action podcast. My name is Nat. I will be your host today, and I'm joined here by Alex. How's it going, Alex?
Hi, guys. Hello. So glad to be back. I am Alex Mack here, back to the Call to Action podcast. Super excited.
And we were also joined by Kelsey. How are you doing, Kelsey?
Hi, guys. Nice to be a part of this. Can't wait to watch the match.
All right, so we will be reacting to Corruption versus Founding Fathers 2. You guys have any thoughts on that? Who you want to win and everything?
I never want to see Corruption win, but I also don't really want the 5 to win either.
Absolutely. I honestly, I feel the exact same way, Kelsey. As long as it's another fly, not another fly, I'm happy. Yeah. I honestly, out of the match today, I'm kind of hoping Corruption pulls another win today. That would definitely be preferable to me, just because, I definitely love an upset. I just love upset. They're my favorites, but also when it comes to Founding Fathers, it is individually, they're such a great team, but at the same time, obviously John and Dan Murrell, I mean, you can't really put together two better players individually speaking. And also, I mean, like whenever they played during the Anarchy tournament, it was like crazy how amazing they were, together right off the bat. But that being said, it feels almost too easy for them, if that makes sense. It seems like, considering they're both former champions, individually and as part of a team, it seems like it would be way too easy for them to do it again, almost. So I want it to be a little bit of a struggle. So my kiss team Corruption.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a Corruption fan. I'm like the biggest Corruption fan of Call to Action. Everyone's always against Mike and everything. I like Mike, and I like Dan Murrell, but he's on a team with John Roca, and I can't root for John Roca ever. So,
fuck John Roca.
Where I stand.
Eat a bag of dicks.
So this is actually a rematch of when did they last play? Was it the team tournament? And it ended in some controversy. So I'm interested in seeing how this plays out today.
What? What controversy? I don't know what you mean. What? Are you saying there was emotions going on during that last one during Anarchy?
Oh,
Whatever.
Okay, so if that's it for thoughts, let's get this match underway.
All right, fantastic.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey guys, before you watch today's match, if you didn't know, Collider Live it's basically our daily show that we do as a morning radio show. It's on Collider Video. Maybe you do, maybe you don't know about it.
My gosh. Do you guys watch Collider Live?
We talk about Schmoedown stuff, but we also talk about movies, we talk about wrestling, we talk about TV. We talk about
I watch Collider Live a little bit, but not that much.
It's Collider Live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. live PST. Check it out. Now get out of here and go watch this match. It's going to be good.
Mike Kalinowski has tied the game. Sudden death, we go.
Can't wait for this match.
Ninka.
And July 20th.
So good.
You're going to see
So fucking good.
Rachel, the
Can't wait.
Come on, Matt.
title on the line.
Okay.
And be against. And your winner, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Comic Con, that's the next defense could be. That's what we're going to be on the other
Hey,
side.
Kelsey, let's say,
Yeah?
where do you live in the U.S.? I mean, like, specifically, which state do you live in?
Utah.
Oh, Utah. So obviously, like, no, you're not exactly close to California, obviously, right?
Yep. Not too far.
Yeah. Specifically, were you tempted to make arrangements to go to California for the match this weekend?
I won't be able to come to the one this weekend. I am trying to arrange it to go to the one in Arizona, and then any that will be probably in the winter in LA. But for sure, Arizona, I'm trying to get over there for.
Awesome. That'd be fantastic. I've only been to one live action event, and it was mind blowing.
Captain. Yes, man. How are you feeling?
It's the first day of the RBM reign.
Listen,
This is huge. We can't blow this, all right? We've never had an opportunity like this before. We got to make everyone pay, starting with that jackass Ben Bateman and the horseman. I want them to
That's right.
I want you to shave all their heads. I want you to have to paint their bodies. I want them to embarrass
Shave their heads.
Okay? And then I want Shy Wolves. I want Sam Levine to pay. I still haven't forgotten what he's done to me and what he did to Drew, okay?
I don't think you're thinking even big enough. One thing I got to do. I have to have a conversation with Emma Fife.
Ooh.
Ooh. Put that hand down, Luca.
Ah.
I'm the partner Mark Ellis, and Mark, #1 contender match here in the team division, and it is a grudge match. It is a sequel. We have the Founding Fathers. That is right, Dan Murrow and John the Outlaw Roca going up to try to avenge their loss against Corruption. That is Mike the Killer Kalinowski and the Cobra Chance Ellison.
Yeah, I mean, the Founding Fathers have been like a heat-seeking missile on this revenge. They want it so bad going back up against Corruption. And Christian, what's really interesting here is that you have to the game.
Honestly, who do you guys think is
You're on the same team. That's
between
but you look at a Kalinowski, you look at a Chance Ellison.
John and Dan, considering, like I mentioned earlier, they're both like former singles and team champions. Who do you think is what do you think their weaknesses are? Like diving between the two of them, I have a hard time trying to figure what their weaknesses could be. What do you guys think?
Well, we know that Dan's weak on romance, as we've seen in the guy match.
But you look at what
I'm not sure how good Roca is on that. So
for sure,
I think that may be a weakness
that we've never seen before.
Just I can see that. Kelsey, what do you think?
With John,
I don't know. I think they balance each other out very well. The only thing I can think of is just because they have been in the game so long that just like that rust they kind of can get after a time. So, like I said, as a team, balance each other out. I think they do great.
We have a grudge match.
But I don't know. I'm just wonder how they're going to do. Since they've been playing so long.
Yeah.
There was this big challenge. Post interview. These teams have a lot of smack talk, a lot of history already, and they're both Anarchy teams.
Do you think that it's a huge notch in the belt or the feather in the cap of the Founding Fathers because they were able to come together during a live event, like you brought up Houston? I think that solidifies team chemistry in a way that you can't replicate in any other fashion.
No, they're vibing for sure. I mean, they used to be big. They were rivals. John Roca.
And something I thought was pretty interesting as well is that specifically, even though Corruption, I mean, singles is not Kalinowski's forte. He is good at it. I mean, look at his recent match with Janine, obviously. But I mean, his focus is really in IG and Inner Geekdom, obviously. So
it is the Founding
and Chance, he's been and his singles matches recently, he's been kind of hot and cold. He's obviously a talented competitor, but he's kind of hitting
This is
so. What do you think their weaknesses are by comparison?
9:30 p.m. They're going to have a movie mastermind
tournament. I know, big question, right?
I think Mike is pretty well rounded. He's pretty underrated as far as singles goes.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Mike is he's really good at his strengths, like Mon and Inner Geekdom stuff.
That's true.
So I think that's what they're counting on. And I think Chance is good everywhere. I haven't really seen any weakness from him. He's only lost like 2 contenders. He lost to Ethan Irwin and he lost to Paulo Young, who's now competing for the title. So I can't really say what his weaknesses are.
John Roca has left.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely, I can respect that for sure. Not going to argue that. He's, considering he's like such a talented competitor.
Yeah.
At skillyworld.com. Christian, I feel good about Skilly World. I feel good about our fans competing in that, and I feel good about Corruption versus Founding Fathers, but I'm sure one of them is going to let me down in the pre-interview. Well, here we go.
No faith.
Yep. Lolita.
I'm sorry, but did you really think that Double Toasted was actually. Did anyone actually think Double Toasted was going to win that? I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, sure. I mean, they won like one or two matches together, like forever ago.
Yeah.
Again, it was forever ago.
I mean, they're not terrible, but it's Dan and they're like the superpowers.
There's no question about it. A lot of things will also change, including apostrophes.
This is bullshit.
This is so weird. Where's Ben?
One because of Russell did whatever. You know what? Out of all the competitors in Schmoedown, I expect stuff like that from Bateman and Guy and stuff like this. You guys are the founding fathers. Be better than that. They've been playing. They know what's up. You know what else do they have? They have this.
New Five Horsemen here. Can you tell it? I'm coming for all of them. All the corruption.
If you want to come back and come at us, but own the loss that you guys had. If not, we're just going to wipe the floor with you again.
They want the founding fathers again. They want to play Merle. They want to play Roca. They want that match.
They also know that their victory was tainted in a piece of shit. And so they know they want to, like, really beat us. So I like that they're calling us, and I enjoy that.
Dude, you lost. Own it. You can't do that. So you know what? Now, me and Mike got to come back and teach that lesson all over again. I'm going to put the final stake in the coffin today.
Oh, wait. Are you telling me Chance has something to say about the Outlaw? How did Oyama taste? Exactly. So talk all your mess. Get it all out. Because I know what's behind those sunglasses.
I'm sorry, but Dagnino standing next to Roca is like breaking my heart. It feels so wrong.
To get to there, because
I mean, anyone's
also,
standing
this
next to
guy
it,
is with me on my side. We're gonna get the team's belt. This guy's on his way to getting that singles belt as well. And this is the start.
Mike,
of it.
I love you, man, but give the mic to Grace.
More to get to
Grace
us.
needs that mic.
Easy way out. We're going to cash in your number one contendership, but we didn't. And you know why? Because we're the founding fathers.
John and I are ready to play anybody anytime.
What is it?
You're cute. You're good. Merle has the belt. I'll say that. Roca, I mean, is he going to bring his walker in here today? The guy is washed up. These guys, we're not worried. Look, we've been here before. We've won before. We're already in their heads. They're already terrified of us, as they should be. They haven't beaten us. This is old news to us. We're not worried.
We could have skipped playing corruption.
Damn, her confidence is off the charts. I love it.
We don't want to fix the demons of the past.
I want her confidence in life.
Me too.
Everything.
We're scared. That means we're afraid of them. We're not afraid of them. We're going to give corruption everything we got. We're going to take everything they got. We don't run from anybody. We're the founding fathers, and there's nothing founding fathers want and do better than a fight. And today is going to be.
I like how they're doing the same thing. John and Chance, for a minute, they're both doing this.
Yeah.
I wonder when they film that. What are they like? I wonder if they do it independently, or they both like have a camera on each other. It's like green screen or what?
A lot of smack. Grace Hancock taking shots at the founding fathers. The founding fathers taking shots at corruption. It is just a back and forth thing. The question, though, that I think very similar to what Andrew Guy does to his opponents. I believe Roca is inside of Chance Ellison's head. I truly believe that. I think that he gets that kid riled up more than anyone that I've seen so far. I saw them going toe-to-toe at a bar in Houston after the match, and really, Chance was rattled. Chance was a little rattled.
Like a movie trivia brawl?
No, they were just talking smack.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Does Chance wear his sunglasses out to After Hours Established?
He does.
That's a real movie trivia competitor, kids. Christian, this thing's going to get hot. It's going to get loud. It's probably going to get controversial, and that's why you got mom and dad on the announcer desk.
All right, here's a little bit of the tale of the tape.
What happened to your computer?
Someone stole it. And then we have first you start with the founding fathers. That's right, Dan Merle and John Rivera.
6 belts between them. That is insane.
That is so crazy.
If anything, they shouldn't be together. It's just not fair.
Someone wrote it in the notes.
This is a good cowboy hat.
Someone wrote it in, I think it was Chantel.
The only competitor that has spurs on his boot?
Right. And then you have corruption. They have comic book movies in the 2000s. And see, look, someone also wrote this. Apparently, Chance brought his rattle. I don't know who wrote that. I don't know who wrote it.
He's a little kid, Roca, very old man. Corruption, not strong spellers.
I don't know. All right, anyways, that is the tale of the tape, Mark. You ready to get going?
Yeah, I feel great.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia!
Oh, sorry, too early. Move down.
Introducing first. Representing.
Founding fathers are considered the underdogs here.
Underdog.
They didn't lose the first time.
Oh my gosh, that is nuts.
3 wins, 1 defeat.
I understand that they lost before, but again, they have 6 belts between them. Like,
the reigning
what?
Trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Dan Morrow, the founding father. There's manager Dagnino and Mark Yodi Riley. Always great to see a Schmoedown legend. And there is John Roca holding up the 5, smiling. Merle got his belt, got his Florida State, had both members of the founding fathers Florida State alum. Now, notably missing here is Ben Bateman. Ben Bateman out of town, could not be.
Just gonna hold this up for a bit. Anyway.
At San Levine, that rivalry is good. San Levine conducting business.
There you go. Lame. I don't like you. I don't like you. Get my respect, but fuck you.
Representing Corruption with a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat, and 2 knockouts. They are the 2018 Ultimate Schmoedown semi-finalists. Led to the ring by Ken Knapsack and Grace Hancock.
Woo!
Cobra, Chance Ellison, and the former Inner Geekdom Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. KOrruption! Brand new team.
There they are.
Knapsack beating their competitors, Mike.
Grace, Ken, Chance, Mike. The man makes me want to wear ridiculous aviator sunglasses. Never thought I'd see the day.
That's right, we got 2 sunglasses.
And a leather jacket in the middle of July.
Right?
I don't understand. I'm in Arizona, and Chance is from Arizona. I don't even know why he owns a leather jacket.
It's
It's not leather, it's pleather.
Your Chance is already set down.
It's breathable.
Considering it.
In theory.
Bro, kind of looking at Merle is he going to sit down? All right, team chemistry off the chart. All right, Mark. The competitors are set down. You can feel the tension in the air here. Number 1 contender match. Winners play the champions. Round number 1. How's that go? You may sit or stand for all rounds of this match. In round number 1, the field is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in round number 1. This is the team format, but it is an individual exercise in round number 1. It is all about what's in between your ears as far as garnering the answer. You may not rely on the strength of your teammate for answers in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer. Keep your eyes on your own whiteboard. When we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show the whiteboard to the camera. At the same time, you verbalize your attempt at an answer into the microphone. Each team has 3 usages.
Do you think they'll ever add new rules?
Of the match. You're not sure you heard a question correctly. Yourself another 15 seconds.
Probably not at this point, unless like some kind of
I
controversy.
can't really imagine a rule that they would add at this point. They haven't changed.
I think
Years.
With Corruption, are you guys ready to play?
We're ready. Let's get it.
Founding Fathers ready to go.
Always ready. Oh, yeah.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Bitch.
I'm
so sorry.
All right, here we go, guys. Question number 1, in the realm of action adventure. Action adventure. What is the full name of Michael Biehn's character in The Terminator? First and last. First and last. I don't know what, we're working with. Official, correct. Not George. I was going to say J is in like a 5. J, 5, 4, 3. I was big in the 8,
2.
Repeat the question.
Okay. What is the full
That was quick.
character in The Terminator?
Question number 1.
Oh, I just realized they both have the same record at 3-1 with Founding Fathers at 3 KOs, though, technically.
Yeah.
3.
Ah, I see what they did.
Yes.
Got
And
it.
John didn't have it.
That's a hard question.
Give me a second, but I remembered it.
Dan had it. Okay, 2-1 race. Corruption going up by 1 here.
He's a
2-1.
Terminator. Also a big fan of peanut butter
Oh, did
and candy.
both
Your
get it
next
wrong?
question. In the world of animated movies drawn by hand or on a computer, your question, Governor Ratcliffe is a villain from what Disney film?
Always tough getting that first question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, John. Zootopia? No. Chance.
Pocahontas.
Yes.
Pocahontas, motherfucker!
Yes.
All right.
This does not bode well for Disney match.
Movie taking place in my hometown of Jamestown.
Dramas is the next question. Dramas. Who plays single mother Josie in 2005's North Country?
So Jamestown and Williamsburg sometimes get confused. Jamestown's a little outside of Williamsburg. Colonial Williamsburg is where I grew up, near Busch Gardens, Budweiser Brewery. Then you go out to historic Jamestown, which is where Pocahontas.
4, 3.
And then if you want to go to Yorkshire,
North County. Did you guys ever see this movie? North County?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Charlize Theron.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah. Charlize Theron.
Corruption comes back. Or excuse me, back by
I
1
think that's a
here.
big answer for Roka too.
Yeah, I saw it a few years ago, and I've never been more depressed in my entire life. So,
So just kind of
Sounds amazing.
why? It's like, if you're like, it's been a few months or however long, and you just need a good cry, check it out.
For you and I, Peter and Bumblebee, 45 minutes of that movie. Just
Edge of our
losing our minds.
Mhm.
Explosion of nerd gas.
5, 4.
I never saw Bumblebee.
It's really
1.
good.
Pens down.
I've heard
neither.
nothing but good things.
Easily the best
Travis
transformers.
Knight.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, it is. And Chance.
Travis Knight. I tried to drop the Nike symbol.
Okay. I don't
Okay. All right.
7-6. Mike Kalinowski and Dan Merle have not missed yet.
He swooshed. Harder to draw than one would think.
Next question is fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale star in what 2000s film where the Earth is overrun with dragons?
All right. You got to be locked in an elevator for 5 hours with either McConaughey or Bale. Who you take? McConaughey does not shower. I have my
5,
record. Does not bathe.
4, 3,
Has not bathed in years.
2. Bale,
I go with Rain of Fire.
please. And Kalinowski.
Rain of Fire.
Rain
Oh.
of Fire is correct. Got it? Rain of Fire. Yes, Chance.
Rain of Fire.
And Dan.
Rain of Fire.
Look at that.
Nice. See, that's what we're
match.
talking about.
What a
Now we
match.
got a lot of momentum going
Yeah, it is.
forward.
Oh, it's solid.
Here. Next question.
Solid score so far.
Round.
Yeah.
Good.
Cheering up.
Brody. Question.
Hopeful there's no chance of a KO.
What day of the week are the plastics required to wear pink?
Oh, come on.
Yes. We broke the outlaw.
7 days.
So our good friend Ashley
5.
Bowman thought
Plastics. This is a good question though. I mean, it's an easy question, but I feel like it's.
Friday? No. Chance?
Wednesday.
Yes.
Got
Are
it.
you kidding me, Roka?
Yeah.
On Wednesdays we were pink.
Got it. 11-9.
Jesus.
Points up are
Friday.
like once again, Kalinowski and Dan have not missed yet. Question is horror thriller.
Wow.
Question 7. Horror thriller. What horror film features a mother and son who are haunted by a creature that they first see in a creepy picture book?
I feel like there's a bevy.
Well, they're,
Your local red.
that's
done a lot.
arguable, that question, you can say.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and we go with Chance.
Babadook.
Babadook.
I got it. Oh, total guess. Haven't seen
Yeah, there
this.
you go. And
I'm a Babadook you, Nat. How'd you feel about that?
we have, okay.
I'd rather not.
13, $9, 10. And the last question here. Last question here. We have both Kalinowski and Dan not missing yet. Here we go.
All right, your last
Fine.
question in round number 1 comes from the world of crime movies.
Oh, God.
Crime.
Seriously?
Crime?
Yes, crime.
I thought you over my partner. You want to hear the category again? It's a JTE rule. Which actor plays an ambitious cop named Avery who must deal with department corruption in The Place Beyond the Pines? A movie that you
I think I know the answer to this.
Great movie. Walked out of it. A costume.
Did you guys like this movie? I know it's very divisive.
5,
I've never seen it.
3,
I haven't seen it personally, but everyone I know either loves it or hates it.
Ryan Gosling's incorrect. And Kalinowski?
Bradley Cooper.
Correct.
Oh!
You got it.
Roca got it also. Bradley Cooper. So Corruption going up by 4. Mike Kalinowski has a chance to have them go up by 5. If he gets this correct, he has a perfect round so far. Here's the bonus question for Mike Kalinowski. Mike, you don't need to write it down. Just give your best answer when you're ready. Here you go, Mike. This 2004 comedy film had the tagline, a romantic comedy with zombies.
Wait,
Oh, Pride and Prejudice with zombies?
No. Warm Bodies.
The Dead.
For one more point.
Shaun of the Dead.
There we go. Right. Kalinowski now at 16. He's starting to get into Roca. So Roca is in Chance's head, but now Kalinowski's in Roca's head. Can Dan get inside? We just have like a 4-way inception. Right. Now, when you look at the end of round number 1 here, Christian, both teams playing well. It's just that the Founding Fathers, 11 points, nothing to sneeze at, but you have a perfect game with Mike Kalinowski and then Chance contributing as well, 16-11, and the Founding Fathers are looking up at Corruption. I think that, like I said, though, I think Roca's got to get back.
Wow, that is fantastic.
I really did not expect that.
Right off the gate, 16-11. That is bonkers.
You can see that's our wheel. Wheel is a sponsored wheel, and we want to thank our Schmoedown patron, Jake Burnham. How about a hand for Jake Burnham? Sponsoring the entire wheel. Thank you so much for your support, Jake. Check out the movie Trivia
If you guys were to put a slice on the wheel, what would you guys put?
And crime movies rearing its ugly head.
I would probably put up
category
costume dramas.
Choice could be special choice.
Something that no one knows aside from Stacy.
Category. Each question for 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, there is multiple choice available. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. Keep in mind, team stealing is available in round number 2. And in round number 2, the teammates may rely on each other for each and every. All right, so Founding Fathers have used 1 repeated question. Corruption has all 3 left, and both have their challenges left as we get to round number 2. Corruption, you are up by 5 here. Would you like to go first or second?
That's such a huge gap. I cannot get over it. Jesus.
Here is the former IG champion. Sven playing a hell of a game here.
Romance.
And he, 9 points. Somewhat of a round of applause from the crowd.
I was like, did you see on Kalinowski, he posted recently on Facebook that a lot of people are trying to argue that James Bond should or should not be part of.
Oh my God! Oh, and it's getting
wow.
Speak of James
there
Bond.
you go. Yeah.
It's over.
Should or should not be part of Inner Geekdom.
I haven't seen that, but it's an interesting discussion.
Yeah, it had like 115 comments. It was bonkers, for sure.
I can see it has a pretty strong fandom, but it's just not geek culture, and that's what I interpret Inner Geekdom as.
But also alternatively, there are in Inner Geekdom, there's no category dedicated to game movies.
Correct. Here's the next question.
Mm-hmm.
Which
that's ridiculous to me. I feel like there should be.
Yeah.
But I do know here, there is a
title song,
especially. You can argue garbage. The answer is garbage, guys.
Love that song.
Great band. Great band.
The Garbage?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage? No, it's not like garbage.
Next question. Which actress plays Madeline Swan in Spectre?
Leah Seydoux.
Leah Seydoux. Points.
I never know how to pronounce her name.
Kalinowski showing that he knows his Bond once again. Feel free to answer at any time, champs. Next question. Bond girl Cara Milvoy plays what classical music instrument in The Living Daylights?
What the fuck?
I do not know.
Cello.
Correct.
Oh my God.
Serious? Yeah, just put me on the thing. I'm like, kick back here.
Corruption. Which character in the Bond franchise has been played by actors Bernard Lee and Robert Brown?
I have no idea who those people are.
Yeah, no.
Who?
M.
Correct for 2 more points. And
Oh,
letter
Probably would have guessed. I didn't know the answer.
I'm looking at
So I would have been like Q.
I
Name a letter.
Like Q.
number 2 for corruption. Here's your last question in Bond, ladies. There's ladies in the audience. It works. There's female. Here's your next question. Your 6th question. In Live and Let Die, Jane Seymour plays a Bond girl who shares her name with a type of card game. What's her name?
Solitaire.
2 more points. Wow.
Wow, I can't even. A moment ago.
Where's the answer really fast?
For corruption. And founding fathers can't help but
No, you
applaud.
have to.
What do you do? That's great.
That was impressive, but you look at this now.
Well, I got one.
You usually put other teams in. They're in knockout range.
They're losing by 17.
They've got to have a great round here. So we're going to have the champion, I believe, is going to spin, or the champion will spin.
Let's get a shot.
All
Let's do
right.
it, baby.
So it's a maximum of 12 points you can get.
They need
so
something big.
if they throw a perfect game here, they could cut the lead to 5 points for corruption. But here's the danger, Chris. You can go ahead and spin. I'm just going to whack philosophic here for a second. Is that if it happens to be, let's say the
How
dread,
many plaid shirts do you think Daremo has in his closet?
there could be a knockout.
Probably a bunch.
Unbelievable.
I'm thinking 53.
Round it goes.
He probably
Yeah,
also gave a few to Goodwill. Ooh, oh.
Oh.
Not good. Is it going to be romance?
Oh, man.
What did I say?
You want to go lunch?
Dude.
They had to spin again.
I have a hard time believing that Dagnino's actually won Manager of the Year.
Spin here. Now, my
Like, how is that fucking possible?
Toys. Yeah.
That piece of trash. That human garbage can. I can't understand that. Okay.
17. That's a huge.
Tarantino.
Really going.
Oh.
And
Oh.
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 they took a risk. It didn't.
I know what they're gonna
now
pick.
the onus is
We're
on
going to romance. We're going to romance.
Chance and Mike talking it over.
Everything.
And
Going
Mike's going to
against
walk
it.
up and set the wheel. It's game of romance.
Romance.
Ah,
I mean, that's we had to go for the home run. You got to take the risk.
All right. So
I gave him romance. 4 men on the table who hate romance. We're going to have to answer 6 questions from that genre of movies. Gentlemen, your first of 6 questions in the wheel slice known as romance. Who stars alongside Donald Gleason as the girl he travels through time over and over again to woo in About Time?
Rachel McAdams.
Where'd you get it?
Big, 28-13. And they're on the board, building some momentum. Your next question. Who plays bad boy Patrick Verona, who is hired to go on a date with Kat Stratford in 1999's 10 Things I Hate?
Heath Ledger.
damn.
Founding Fathers crawling back there.
Crawling back, trying to get out of knockout range here. Your next question. In The Great Gatsby, and we can go either version.
Lighthouse.
Go Bob Redford.
Light.
What does Gatsby stare at every night to remind
Lighthouse.
him how close Daisy is?
The green light.
He got it.
That's right.
The green light at the end of the dock. And so now they need
The lighthouse, though.
Yeah, it's a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Knockout. And your 4th question in the world of romance movies, the perfect so far. Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn played married lawyers at odds in the courtroom in what film?
Law of Attraction. Is Law of Attraction a remake of this movie?
I have no idea.
Because Pierce Brosnan and Julianne Moore, I thought.
Your multiple choice options
Yeah,
are
or
A,
they
Spirit of the
remake of
Union,
it.
B,
Clearly it's not. Okay.
C, Adam's Rib.
Katharine Hepburn's in Adam's Rib.
Adam's Rib.
Give him a point.
One more point. Look at that. So now they're 10 points behind with 2 questions left. 3 questions.
2 questions.
Oh, shit.
Your penultimate question.
Fucking gap.
World of Romance. What country music artist plays Brad's brother, Dallas, in 4 Christmases?
Tim McGraw.
2 more points.
All right, Roka.
I'll give that.
Wears the style hat, so here we go.
Unfairly.
That's points in both rounds.
Your last question. in the world of romance movies. If you get this right off the bat, you're going to pull to within 6 points of Corruption. Their lead. Richard Gere is training to become an officer in the military. In what military branch? In 1982's an officer. And I think it's the
Navy? No, wait. I'm gonna go with Navy.
5.
The Marines?
That is incorrect for a 2-point seal. Can Corruption come up with the branch?
Navy?
2 points.
Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
You're on a roll today.
Points as opposed to 6 going into the third. Almost knocking out the Founding Fathers there. 10 points. So the Founding Fathers.
The Navy.
This is
the Founding
crazy. I
Fathers
did not
need
expect
to
this.
hit all their 3-pointers. The Founding Fathers need to hit all 3 of their questions in the third round just to stay in the game.
Just to force
tie-in.
the hand up.
This is so rough. Oh my gosh.
School that produced legendary athletes like David Robinson and Roger Staubach. All right, so here is the third round. Here, Mark,
What
has to go.
the-
In round number 3, each team is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different category of movie trivia schmoedown know-how. The first question here is worth 2 points. Next one's 3 points. Last one's worth 5 points. Because this is the team format, once we give the team your category for your 2-point question, the team will have to decide which member of the team is going to answer that question solo. You may not rely on your partner's knowledge for the 2-pointer or the 3-pointer, which will be answered by the other team member. You may only collaborate on the 5-point question. So, Corruption, you are enjoying a sizable 10-point advantage.
In theory, when with these questions 2, 3, and 5, they gradually get more
14,
difficult. Is that right?
and
Yeah, I think there's 3
Theory.
questions.
Yeah.
They all get more difficult.
Yeah.
We will go first here with the question.
And so the idea is like 5 being the hardest. So is it like the more harder the details, essentially? Or
I think
like
difficulty is subjective, so I don't know how to do it.
One question. All on the line here. Game over. Here is the question, Dan. Name the Angelina Jolie movie from the plot synopsis. A CIA agent goes on the run after a defector accuses her of being a Russian spy. So, correct. 2 points. All right. All right. So they are on the board here in round number 3, but Christian, the pressure only gets hotter for them is now they have to answer their 3-point question. They selected category number 8. It's on John Roca here to stay in the game with his 3-pointer. John chose 8.
no pressure, pressure, under pressure.
3-pointer. Stewart, Jodie Foster's daughter. Which film?
Panic Room.
Wait, yeah, it's Panic
3
Room.
points. All right. So now they're competing. They're competing. So in order to
I was
stick,
like, it's definitely not Flight Plan.
they need to correctly come up with their 5-pointer. And here is the 5-pointer. It is sports films. Sports films. Here's your 5-pointer, Joe. All right, here we go.
This is your category, Roca.
Shit.
The wrestler. Where does Randy work when he is not fighting in the ring?
Isn't he a bouncer? Wait. He's a bouncer at a strip club or something.
In the grocery store?
That is correct.
Wow.
We're going to have to beat him. Have to beat us.
That's right. John said it. They have to beat him there, too. So it is tie.
You just got to get one right.
Has to get one question.
All right, this is the question.
Take the title match. If they miss all 3, we go to sudden death. But they just have to hit one question, and they will.
I can't imagine a world where they miss all 3.
That's right. I mean, what a performance here in round 3, anyway, from Founding Fathers to make us at least give us some sort of suspense and thrills and drama. Corruption. Now you do have to answer questions. You selected number 2 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to I've never heard of this actor. I guess Tom Hanks is his name. So between Mike Kalinowski or Chance
You
Ellis,
guys like Tom Hanks?
the 2-pointer. So
Yeah, who doesn't?
I'll take
I love Tom Hanks. I really want to see him as a villain, though.
Oh,
Tom
that'd be
Hanks.
interesting.
Has
Has he never done a
Harvard
villain?
symbologist Robert Langdon in how many films?
3.
Yeah.
The one in Paris, one in Rome, and the one most recently where he goes to like Florence.
Yeah.
Let's go. Mikey 3 belts.
Mike is on a roll right now. Seriously. Did he miss any? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, I think he had a perfect game.
Yeah.
Kalinowski?
Yeah. He got a perfect round
Wow.
one.
Oh my gosh, look at him. Swear, if he makes me cry again, I will be that guy. He's bringing all the feels, and I do not appreciate it. Not on the weekday.
Knowing the most about movie trivia in a variety of categories. And I'm glad you said that because Mike Kalinowski just proved he's not just an intergeek. He's not just a sport. This one question. He had a first. He got all of his Bond questions right. He got his 2-pointer right, and he got every question right in the first round. That's the best Mike Kalinowski has ever played in the singles. That is dangerous. If Mike Kalinowski can show up like that in singles and in teams and in the intergeekdom, I mean, you're looking at a different kind of competitor. Right?
Yeah, I mean, they spun James Bond and knocked it out of the park. Credit the Founding Fathers for doing something with romance, but that steal at the end of round number 2 really penalized them. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, and then it's a tough wound to lick going into round number 3. So a well-played trivia match as we expected here today, but the Corruption with a well-earned and decisive win.
You couldn't be more right there when you said that steal was everything. Because even if, they hit that and they're only down 6, they had all 3 of those questions.
Story.
It's a very different story that they might have. Who knows what that 3 and that 5 would have been like for Corruption. But man, the Founding Father, and you can tell John Roca's a bit bummed he had a bit. Look, we have rough games.
It's a tough loss.
John had a rough game.
That's why you love this league. Is that the competitors care about the wins, they care about the losses, they enjoy the victories, they suffer through the L's, and we're going to hear from both the winner and the loser right now in an exclusive post-game interview with our own Jen Sturgeon.
Oh, well, you win by the wheel and you die by the wheel.
Yeah.
Is that right, Dan?
That's absolutely right. That's question he didn't know before the task for Frank. New person spun opponent's choice. You have to hold that record too. But that's not to take away from their performance. Mike had, I think, a perfect game.
He did. He had a perfect.
It's not easy to do. There's not many people that have done that.
And look, that's come back. Like you had one in New York. I mean, and Ethan played a great game. And it was just like there's just nothing you can do except be perfect as well. And so it was just his day, I guess, is what it comes down to.
Sometimes it's your day. Sometimes it's not.
We ran into a buzzsaw there. What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander. Kalinowski was fantastic. Can't take anything away from that guy. I don't know what Chance did, but
wow.
When you
and
Bond, and Dan knew all those Bond questions as well. So if he slipped up,
I saw you like, oh, you were ready for the steal. You guys were ready for those steals, and it's just the opportunity didn't come up.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't going to miss them, but there was, I think, all but 1 or 2 of them. I was sitting there just like, I hope like there's like the lights go out or there's like a Freaky Friday situation and he forgets everything right now because I feel like I could maybe pick up what is it, but you're not going to miss that because that's what there's a few things that in the Schmoedown, and one of them is that Mike Kalinowski knows James Bond.
I will say this though, when they gave you guys romance, you guys could have been dead in the water because that's actually isn't that what?
That was solid. That was surprising how well they knew it.
I think it was rom-coms maybe, but yeah, I mean that's the slice that we hit. We chose not to keep it because we knew we had to go for a big swing. But yeah, when we got that category, it's like this could be a knockout. And I honestly, I give credit. John was the one that came up with that 5-point question that kept us from the absolute KO that did not take us out of this game before round 3. You deserve credit for that answer. Much like our last game, John gave us the 5 points that kept us in the game. We are a team in every single award.
John, I see you beating yourself up over here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it was a tough first round. I didn't show up as hard as I would like. Kalinowski. Yeah, there you go. Kalinowski was a buzzsaw. I like that he's taking a page from Ben Bateman's book and delaying to answer and acting like.
Yeah, you two were exchanging those barbs in the first round.
He used to cry about Bateman. Now he's Bateman. So there you go. Bateman's back in the mix with the Horseman. You see Kalinowski being the new Bateman. So that's nice for him. But for me, personally, I just didn't show up and I let my teammate down. And I did get some of those romance answers correct, and I helped us get the 5-pointer for sure. But you know, I also blew the Navy question, and I blew Kyle Reese, and I blew Governor Ratcliffe, and I blew a couple other questions that just didn't work for me. At horror is just my blind spot. No matter what I do, it's just not a genre I run to. So I'm sorry I let my team down. I'm sorry I let the Horsemen down. And we'll see where we go from here, to be honest with you. I know he's got that #1 contender shot, but I put no pressure on Dan. My greed for titles does not overcome my respect for Dan, and Dan is going to make a decision with that when he has the chance. But for me, I just got to go back in the room and maybe figure out if I'm going to keep going or not, and then do some more study.
That's right, though, Dan. You do have that.
Dan, are you just casually passing that up, that comment?
KO, yeah, it's in the table with me. I just want to get that off the table right now.
What?
Secondly, yeah, I do. I have time. Though. I have time with this thing. I still have a few months to cash it in. And I think what you have with that time is now the team's title picture is much clearer. We know who's going to be fighting for it. And I think it's not just that I use that shot, but you have to strategically decide when we use it. You know, if Corruption goes on to win, do we want to challenge them for a third time? Are we hoping that maybe in a best-of-3 scenario that we can come out that third time? Or do we want to see if they get beat? Do we take on the team that beats them? Like, there's so many different things that go into it. I also have, you know, there's a lot of things with singles. I don't know what's going to happen with singles, but I love playing with John. He'd not let anybody down today. Like I said, we would have been KO'd for what? And right now, I'm just focused on this game and my teammate, and we'll see what happens from here.
Let me speak for the Horsemen as well here. When I look at my partner in this faction, John Rowe.
Oh man, dude,
Horsemen now. All right,
you're gonna make it worse. You're gonna make it more emotional.
These guys came back in a big way when their backs were against the wall. Again, with romance, these guys are true champions. They're gonna be back. The Horsemen are stronger than ever. This is just something that we have to deal with. I always say, in the Schmoedown, you have to be okay with losing, dust yourself off, and get back up. And I know John Roca can do that.
Exactly. Well said.
We'll get a promo out of you next time.
Next time. But Dan, if you use that #1 contender spot, my vote is yes. Let's take on whoever the hell wins that damn thing. But good luck to Corruption. Right. They beat us twice. Can't say nothing against that. No controversy this time, so at least I can go home, beat myself up, but wake up the next morning not thinking we got something stole from us. That's possible.
All's fair in love and war.
What he said.
Oh,
with Corruption, God, that was an absolutely dominant performance out there.
Damn, Kalinowski looked like Superman over there with that pose.
I know, right?
Power posing.
Look at that smile.
He's like reading like Purpose of Power or something. That book.
Part of the pillars of this league. A lot of accomplishments. A lot of them in the past. Corruption. We've struggled. We struggled. We know it. But that's in the past. One of the great voices in the history of rock and roll, Jeanette Napolitano, once sang, "Don't worry, honey. Don't look back. The past is past. Let it fade to black." We're dealing with champions here. That's what we've always known we are. It's just a matter of putting it down on paper for all of you to believe what we know deep down inside, and we're going to be champions.
Grace, I saw you.
Maybe Chance is best not as a single player, but maybe he's best.
Yeah, you know, I'm feeling
Sweeney or Draco best as a team player.
Look, Roca, there's no shame in retirement. There's a time and a place, honey. You're going to be just fine. I mean, we were one question away from tying the record of all time. I mean, these guys are champions. That's what I said, and that's what happened. No surprises.
Mike Kalinowski. Oh my God.
I think
I think a lot of people after last season, they really saw you mostly as an IG player, but between your performance in singles lately and now this team, wow, it's been playing lights out.
Here's the thing, you know, people you think they look at me as an Inner Geekdom player. No, people didn't even think of me as a player. You all doubted me. I set out last year to take that Inner Geekdom title, and I got it. What did I say this year? What I'm going to do? You think I'm just studying Inner Geekdom stuff like this? No, I'm studying everything. I told you what I was going to do. Every time I open my mouth to say what I'm going to do, it happens. Don't doubt me with your polls and all this crap, but keep on. You know what? You want to do that? Fine. It makes me a better player. Look where I am. A perfect game against 2 Titans in this. You talk about the Mount Rushmore with those guys. Like, yeah, they're great guys, but it's time to take a demo charge of that Mount Rushmore and blow it down. I'm taking those team titles. I'm going to take my Inner Geekdom title. We're going to get this guy's singles title here. We're going to have all the belts at the end of this. You see what happens when you doubt me. Keep doubting me.
That's right, Chance. You know, should you guys win this team titles, you would be the youngest person to ever win.
Where they started
blowing your mind right now.
Oh, it is always great to be the one that makes history.
You know, they just did a they just did a cutaway right here.
There's nobody I'd rather go into.
What Kalinowski
Something about you. You know, I knew 3 of those that he pulled me in. So this guy, he's got my back. It's not just, hey, if I get Bond, I'm taking it. This guy knows it too.
I can't really
So obviously now, Mike, you guys are going to be going up against the Shire Wolves, took the title back. And I know that this match has extra meaning to you because it's a chance to take a title off Rachel Cushing. What's the gravity of this for you?
I don't take Rachel lightly. She to me is the greatest competitor in this league. All 3 leagues she can handle. But here's the thing. This isn't her just alone out there. As in her geekdom, she is a force to be reckoned with. And this team's, she relies on her partner. And, whether it's like with Chance here, I've got the strongest partner in the game. He's got my back. We're there for each other. So we're going to see how strong they are. They've lost. They've had that loss. They went on that win. They had that great streak, but now they've lost. We've seen the chink in their armor, and we know what happens to people when they lose. And it shakes their confidence. People make fun of me. Oh, you couldn't hold your belt, this and that. I know what it's like to lose. Losing makes you a better competitor.
Okay,
we have a lot to adjust to that post-game interview, but we want to remind
ready for this.
Once again about the Skill World app. It's a really cool trivia app you can download right now. Apple, you can go to Apple and download the app there, or you can go to skillyworld.com. And while we're telling you about it, the movie Mastermind Challenge is up right now. It's going to be July 17th is when you're going to be competing, 9:30 p.m. for the East Coasters. $3,000 is on the line. Show your movie trivia know-how. It's just true or false questions.
True or false
Our fans can knock that out of the park.
And then you were answering questions along here today. Go do it there and try to win $3,000. True or false? That's it.
Win $3,000. If you fly out here for one of our parties, you can take us to lunch today. You don't even have to. You keep the $3,000 you earned and go to skillyworld.com. Follow them online at Skilly World. It's going to be an exciting thing for our fans. And then when you talk about what the carnage that was after the match here today, what's your take?
Well, I mean, look, I think what came across here is that.
Yeah, I am mega excited for this upcoming Saturday. Kalinowski is on a fucking roll. It's ridiculous.
I feel it. I feel it in my bones.
Yes, and like I kind of mentioned, earlier that I love an upset. I love a upset when it comes to matches. But obviously they're like the kingpins when it comes to the IG. Cushing and Kalinowski. So I have a hard time picking them. My gut tells me to go with Cushing. My heart tells me to go with Kalinowski, though. I really want Kalinowski to win, considering just how he's amped it up tenfold, in this past, several seasons. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I have a really hard time ever betting against Rachel Cushing, but I think in the live event environment, Mike thrives. Like, he lives on that shit. I mean, he's so passionate about intergeekdom that I don't think anyone puts in more work than he does.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that, the updated schedule, actually, on Trivia SD?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what was it? Okay, Kelsey, is you as well. I mean, did you guys see any matches that you were particularly excited for? I know Silvestrini's going up someone brand new in singles, in the singles match. A guy named Preston, so I'm kind of curious about him. Maybe someone from the family. I'm going to be doing some Googling. But also we have some matches of the family going up against Only Stupid Answers, I believe. I can't remember some of the others off the top of my head, though, to be honest. But I know. I'm sorry?
Those are the big ones that we didn't know were happening.
It's a lot of fun.
The others were like already announced.
Yes. So I am pretty psyched to see Kalinowski finally hitting the singles. Just for singles. I know as a group we've talked about how immensely talented she is. Whenever she plays in debuts, and she knocked it out of the park for this most recent Disney exhibition match. That was crazy how amazing it was.
But hanging in there.
Well, you know what? I'm
Yes, I'm aware.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about how you handle it. I just think what you're doing is frankly
terrible. Wow. Thank you so much for that, Robert. I just,
manage a full Patreon, do a lot of community management, have opened up a Discord, so we have a lot of really good fan interaction.
No. I'm not talking. I'm talking about acknowledging the greatness of the people that deserve it. There have been people that you have not acknowledged, that you have not admitted to just how wonderful they are for this league.
I don't think that's part of my job as commissioner.
Oh, yes, it is. Things are going to change, and let me tell you, I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to show you why. You need to acknowledge teams such as.
Are we gonna add more fans?
Well, you
Was that?
Past, which you of course have not done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not
You
my
realize I have the power to fight. You realize I am your boss. If I want, you could go.
Okay, then fine for me. Is that your plan? I just, it's only for a month, so. Okay,
Only for me.
great. So you just, you let me know.
I'll stay in touch.
I love this.
I love it.
This is the best.
All right, guys. Hope
Okay,
you enjoyed
that's the rest of the video.
And want to let you know before you.
So, any thoughts on the match, you guys?
That was so good.
I'm so happy.
Great.
Like, I am ecstatic.
Right? That was bonkers. I can't believe, like, both of them. That was probably one of the best. Like, I don't want to say like one of the best team matches, obviously. But at the same time, sorry, my cat. I'd say with Team Corruption, they definitely had one of their best games. Sweet Jesus, what do you want? What the fuck? Can you hear this?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Buddy, talking to the mic. No? Now you don't want to talk? Oh, gosh, what a little douche nugget, I swear. I love my cat, but you've got to be fucking kidding me. Not here for it. I'm here for that win, though.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Like, I wanted this to so bad. It wasn't as competitive as I thought it would be, but it was super high scoring. Like, that was a hell of a performance from Mike.
Absolutely. I mean, that was. It was like it was a complete, almost. No scratch that. It was a perfect game for him.
Yeah, he didn't miss a single question. He got all points that he could have.
Didn't do too shabby out either. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a favorite moment from the match, Kelsey?
What was that?
Did you have a favorite moment from the match?
I'm trying to think. I don't know, just round one, especially when Mike got the bonus points. Like, I could already tell at that point, like, this game is gonna be sick. So it was like, yeah, that got me pumped for the rest of the match.
To put it mildly, absolutely. Not kidding. Jose, what about you, Nat? Favorite moment?
I guess, like, I think best moment for me was when he spun James Bond, because that was when I knew, like, the Founding Fathers were gonna have a tough mountain to
They're in
climb.
trouble.
Yeah. You might as well have spun opponent's choice and spinner's choice.
Yeah, basically that's what it was.
I mean, that's
basically
what
it was.
Literally what it was. Yeah. But yeah, I'm mega excited for what's to come. So they're going to be playing, Corruption's been playing the Shire Wolves here semi-soon. I wonder when we're going to get that match.
I would imagine. I'm hoping it's August. I'm hoping it's really soon, because I really can't wait to see that match.
I would love to see if there was going to be. I would love to see that match live.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a match like over in Arizona by you, I have family over there. I can make something happen.
Please, I would love that so much.
I would love it. I actually have family like out somewhere by Scottsdale,
Mm-hmm.
but it's close enough. Close enough. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're close-ish, I imagine.
I don't want it to be just me representing the podcast over there. Like, last time I went to a live event, it was in New York, and Billy and Paul were there, but they were they had the VIP stuff. I was just general admission. I was up in the balcony, so I didn't even get to talk to them at all. So I'm hoping this time it's a lot different. So.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so amazing! I'm counting down the days. I'm not even kidding. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. Yeah, I am. It's also gonna be. I'm gonna actually need to buy my shirt on Thursday. I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna do a suit for the action movie Anatomy Live event.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear the suit. I'm gonna wear my action suit, and on Saturday I'm gonna go as Drew, the Champ's Lunch outfit.
Nice.
It's gonna be really sweaty and gross with a leather jacket, but who cares? I'm not there for that. I'm there for the image.
Fashion over function. That's what I always say.
For sure.
All right, so
oh boy,
let's just close this off. Alex, where can we find you?
You can find me running the Call to Action podcast at Call to Action Pod on Twitter. So yeah, you can catch me there. If you interact with us on Twitter, you're interacting with me. So also I'm on Facebook, assisting with a bunch of the pages for the Polyama fan page and doing stuff with Action, Action Army and all that good stuff. Even though it's not a thing anymore, the Action fans are still alive and growing away. So
it's still a thing in my heart. Always.
Yes, it's always in our hearts.
Yeah. Kelsey, where can we find you?
I am at Twitter and Instagram at KelseyKins90, or you can find me on Facebook at Kelsey Kirkland. And I just lurk in all the pages.
Yeah, me too. You can find me on Facebook at Nat Vu. I'm Nat Vu on Facebook, and on Facebook.com/MissMarvel13. And also, that's pretty much it. Don't follow me on Twitter. I'm not on there. So that's all we have for you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.